The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast, where we talk all things barbecue and maybe some other topics you may talk around the pit. Today, we are joined, filling in for Mr. Johnny Maggs, owner of Bedland Farm Barbecue, host of the Bedland Barbecue competition this past September,
yeah.
Educator, writer, so many things I could say. My man, Len Will, fellow New England pitmaster, moderator. Len Will, what's up, brother?
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
How you doing?
It's cool to do this.
Dude, it is great to have you. We have an exciting show today. This is your first time on the show.
It is.
It's your first time.
I'm thrilled. I'm impressed by the setup, too.
This is a nice setup, right? Nobody really gets
Thanks.
Look at this light cage. It's really bright.
It is.
Really in your face.
I build it
wear
myself.
sunglasses.
But no, it's
you.
nice. It is.
But less, without the bright part. We do all right. We do.
We have a lot to talk about today. We have amazing guests. But before we talk about our guest belly button meat hole or our sausage blue balls,
Yeah.
let's tell our guests. Let's tell everyone that the show is brought to you by. I'm going to get right into it because we got a lot to talk about today. Uncle Steve's Shake. You ever wonder why no one's going to your barbecues and why they're going to Chrissy's?
Is it because I don't have Uncle Steve?
You're probably not using Uncle Steve's Shake. And you know what? Chrissy is, which means one
Always.
thing.
You better get you some.
Damn straight. Uncle Steve's Shake is handmade, uses only the finest ingredients, and comes in 12 amazing flavors. If you can eat it, Uncle Steve has a shake for it. If you have any shake questions, Uncle Steve has amazing customer service, and they'll walk you through all your shake needs. Yeah. It's time to take your backyard game and your competition game. Tell you that next level with Uncle Steve's Shake. Shake some on everything.
Everything.
UncleSteve'sShake.com. Also brought to you by Backline Smokers. Backline Fabrication, Mr. Ryan Newland out of Austin, Texas, pumping out some of the most fantastic one-off smokers, custom live fire devices that you've ever laid your eyes on. He custom fabricates every square inch of his pits. Bottom line, he puts his heart, his soul into every single build. Not one pit looks the same, and the possibilities are absolutely endless. Check out Mr. Ryan Newland, Backline Smokers, Backline Fabrication out of Austin, Texas, backlinefab.com. You won't be disappointed.
Work,
he does amazing work.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
I happen to have one.
Is great too.
I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about it, but I do have one.
Yeah, I'd heard that.
Also brought to you by Two Guys Smoke Shop, whether you're barbecuing or not. We're just keeping the smoke rolling thanks to our friends at twoguyscigars.com. Today we're smoking the...
You are smoking the CLE 25th anniversary.
Yes, we are. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Today, yes. Well, actually, you had last week's smoke up there, which was actually very delicious as well. Thanks to our friends at twoguys.com. We get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit twoguyscigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's number twoguyscigars.com. And our latest member to the family, Magna Chef gloves. My man, do you have a set of these yet?
I don't, but they're very impressive looking.
Dude.
I might have to steal that set right there.
Look at our buddy, Mr. Al Infante right here. You know, at first, you might question his webbed feeling, but you get used to it really, really quick. They're thin, they're light. You click them right on, they come right off. Patented magnetic design, made by, it's food grain silicone, made by a fireman, by the way. He's a fireman. This guy knows how to protect from heat. These things are good up to 500 degrees, although I've held a lit coal in my hands, which was pretty dope. So they're one size fits all, and the best thing is they're made right here in the U.S. So check out the Magna Chef gloves, magnachef.com. They come in quite a bit of colors. I got the red, they come in blue, you got the green, black. Check them out. What I like about them is there's no little cotton inside, so when you take them out, that little piece doesn't come out with it, and you can't get the pinky back into the spot anyway. So that's that. And without further ado, we are going to get into what John and I call the brass tacks. And the brass tacks today, coming back for a third time, Canada's favorite female grill masters, Maddie and Kiki Longo of Maddie and Kiki's Grill Studio. What's up, girls?
Hey, you guys.
Oh,
we are
yeah.
so back. We're so happy
You
to be
are
back
so
for a third
back.
time.
Holy moly, here you are again.
Yeah.
I know. How has this been a third time? Like, I don't know, but we always say every time we get done being on the show, we're like, we want to go back every week. We love you guys.
We don't have long enough. You know, some of these podcasts go for hours. We got less than an hour. We just got to squeeze it all in. So
But that's why you guys do such a great job. You get right to the juicy stuff. You don't
That's
waste any time. Yeah, exactly.
that's it. That's
The
it.
brass tacks, if
The
you will.
brass tacks.
Oh, my goodness.
We're gonna-
Oh, sorry, brass tacks.
John loves to say the brass tacks.
Okay.
He's always like, let's get into the brass tacks. And people, I wore this V-neck yellow shirt that everyone made fun of once. Like the whole entire show. They're like, that is the worst shirt Barbecue Broker's ever worn in his life. So we were going to get brass tacks T-shirts made on yellow V-necks
That'd be
for
great.
everybody. And I bet you would sell out of them. Ladies.
That's like the most Italian thing ever. I wouldn't mind seeing Greg or Len rock a yellow V-neck, though. There's nothing wrong with that.
So you guys-
I feel like you'd look hot with that. Yeah, come on.
You guys never officially met, right?
No, we haven't, but,
You haven't, so
I've seen these ladies
Right.
on a previous podcast, and I was saying to Greg, I can't believe you invited me to do this when the coolest guests that you bring on happen to be there at the same time. Look at that. Johnny Maggs is calling in.
Johnny Max. Wait, you know what? I should have picked it up. Call back, John.
I think he knows what you're doing right now, so it might have been an intentional phone call.
It might have been actually. Call back. I shut it off because I thought my ringer was off. And it was off,
like,
but
decline.
my watch was going off.
He's like, I'm busy.
Forgot to shut the watch off.
You gave me all these warnings about what
I
to
was
do
like,
with
Len,
my phone.
shut your ringer off, turn down your volume. Shit's going to blow up all over the place. Meanwhile, my
You
watch
should
is
just
blowing
message
up.
him like, new podcast, who dis?
So welcome.
We're 5 minutes into the show, and he's calling. 'cause I
Yeah, he's
screwed
like, you're
something up already.
out.
So Len is a fellow New England pitmaster. He is a moderator of the page. He owns Bedland Farm Barbecue, and he was the host of this amazing competition that we had.
Barbecue Bedlam.
Barbecue Bedlam competition in September. So hoping to make it an annual thing. Maybe the girls would want to come down because we did have a female. We were encouraging females to enter the competition.
Yeah,
but there
man.
really wasn't, I feel, enough of them that would.
Really?
And I have a question for you guys. Why do you girls think that is? I mean, why?
I don't know. That is a good question because these days I'm actually shocked that there wasn't a girl group that was part of it. Yeah, because it does seem like there's more. There is more women getting involved than when we started. That's for sure.
100% agree.
There
Yep.
does seem to still be some hesitation as far as using the grill goes, but and as far as competitions, like Yes. I feel like women have come a long way with like owning grills, rocking the grill, but then when it comes to the competition side of it, they're still like hesitant for some reason. Yeah, I think there could be like an intimidation factor there.
Well,
Yeah.
there really shouldn't be. I mean, which Netflix show had the barbecue competition and
American Barbecue Showdown, was
the
it?
women kicked the asses of all the men in that show?
Tina
and
kicked some ass. She won.
That's how it should. We did.
Tina won, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Tina won. Yeah.
We did one of the teams. We said free entry for an all-woman team because we wanted to
Yeah.
get some more women in.
I mean, we're not that far of a drive from you guys. What, 6 hours?
Guys, we're looking for an excuse to get down there.
Oh,
so if you
yeah.
guys have it every September, I
Well,
think
we're
there.
gonna have
Oh,
one.
yes.
We're gonna have one in between now and then that we've been discussing.
We're working on it.
It's a tough. It's trying to find the venue to accommodate as many teams as we want to have, like 40, 50 teams. We have a lot of people that want to do it because not everyone wants to jump into KCBS. It's a little bit intimidating for some people, you know.
And that's you got to show up the day before. You're staying overnight,
That's
so
a
we're
whole
trying to
thing.
make it more accessible to people who just want to show up day of. So
But we know
That's
we know
awesome.
the charcoal chicks would come down and maybe they would enter.
that would be
The
fantastic.
females,
Would.
the
Guys,
females
we would
of
seriously
flame.
absolutely love that. That would be super cool. We love things like that. And like when the world starts to get back to normal, because we're still not really there yet,
Yeah.
we will be there because we would absolutely love that. And especially up here in Canada, there's not as many competitions as we would like to see.
Yes.
So please invite us to some.
You're
Okay.
invited.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And it's a short road trip.
It's
Open
not that
invitation.
bad. It shouldn't be more than a 6-hour drive, I would imagine.
There you go.
gonna do this.
C-Mac just invited you guys to Riverfest.
Let's say who's in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Well, that would be
Then too.
that would actually be phenomenal.
Open invitation for Maddie and Kiki at Riverfest.
Ooh, now that's another fun event.
It is.
That
I
we
showed up
had
this year.
and that was a
great.
back-to-back weekend this year, Riverfest and Lens thing.
Yeah, we got to coordinate
Oh,
that a little better
cool.
this year.
Yep. Oh, I think your mom's in the chat. Hi, Gina.
Mom, please submit embarrassing questions and/or stories about the girls.
What's up, CJ? What's up? What's up, guys? Kent. So you guys have been busy, really, really busy since the last time you guys came on. I mean, I feel like every time we chat, you either just come off a media tour, or you're going on a media tour, or they're thinking about a media tour, or something's happening regarding media tours, and just busy, huh?
That hasn't really changed. We're planning another media tour. We're on another one coming up for the holidays. Literally next week we're on another one all across Canada. But because of obviously COVID and everything, now it's all still over Skype, which we've adapted to. They're still a lot of fun. It's kind of weird doing them over Skype.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to be able to travel that way at least now. But Greg's right. We're always going on one or we're finishing one and exhausted.
So okay, so. Wait, so you guys are not traveling in person right now, or you are traveling in person?
No, we're
Not
still
yet?
not able
Oh, okay.
to travel in person
Got
because
it.
all the TV stations want them done virtually still.
Okay.
So we're happy to do them in our backyard. We don't need to pack up the grills and everything. And that's almost even better because sometimes the stations don't have it, so we are able to grill. Like they don't have the capacity to show us grilling outside, so we end up having to just cook inside, which we don't really like. So then now doing them at home, we're able to grill in our own backyard and actually grill. So it's a lot cooler that way.
Nice. Now, are you guys going to be? So what's the holiday season here? Are you guys going to be obviously? Do you grill? Do you cook for when the whole family gets together? Do you guys get a chance to relax and let maybe mom still cooks or anyone else, cousins or anyone else cooking, or are you guys throwing down during the holidays for the fam?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but you guys are both in food, so you guys probably can relate. We can't get a day off on the holidays, okay? So there's like an expectation now that every single holiday we have to do. It's so true. Even if because we're still cooking, like that's what we do 24/7 anyway, but it's still, our families still are like, well, we're still going to do the turkey thing though, right? And we're like, well, I guess we have to do it all. And even if someone ends up hosting, we always still have to end up at the grill or involved in some aspect of it. So we can't get away with it. You guys are probably the same way.
I don't know. I've screwed up enough holiday meals that I'm sometimes disinvited from cooking, to be honest.
It was understood that the smoker was going on for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, you can get away with it. Christmas,
I have off on this Christmas.
you do.
Yeah, my sister throws down. My sister is a phenomenal cook.
Yeah.
She's written actually a cookbook, and one for like a children's book and a cookbook and a children's
Cool.
cookbook. I
Plug
believe.
it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. No, Nico and his Magical Earmuffs is the children's book, and I'm just blanking on the cookbook name, but
Just
she
takes
throws
over.
down, and look, we're all Italian here, so this is for most people, like this is my favorite holiday of the year coming up is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That is look, Thanksgiving's up there, Easter's fun, but Christmas Eve, since I was a little kid, that's just where the memories stem from.
So, and you girls are Italian too?
Long
of course,
ago.
Yeah. So did you guys do the 7 fishes?
Nope. For some reason, we are one of the rare Italian families that we never did that. We eat everything on Christmas Eve. We kind of break all the rules. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. For a few years, we did the 7 fishes.
Right, and so what are the typical 7 fishes for those of our brothers and sisters out there that don't know what the
Don't
7
ask
fishes
me.
are?
So the idea of it is,
Uncle Steve,
on
what's up,
Christmas
buddy?
Eve, you're supposed to have 7 varieties of seafood
Yes.
served at the table.
Yep.
remember one year my wife caught the flu on Christmas Eve. Oof. We had everybody over the house, and my father's downstairs cooking 7 fishes. Getting a stomach bug and cooking 7 fishes it wasn't a good time. It was bad for everybody involved.
No.
Oh no.
We had the shrimp.
good.
You do the shrimp.
Yeah, squid,
Usually
calamari.
like a scampi, you know.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Or,
Calamari.
right, you do a calamari.
Lobster.
Now most people will be thinking that it'd be like a fried calamari, but this is like a cold calamari salad.
Or you put it in the gravy. You can sneak a few fishes in the gravy if you do it right.
Absolutely.
Sauce. I don't know if I'm not supposed to say gravy.
Gravy sauce.
It depends on who your grandmother is, I guess.
And then the smelts. Did you guys eat the smelt?
We didn't do
Oh my goodness, smelt is so good.
I can't do the smelts. I can't do them. Maybe now. I haven't tried a smelt in years.
Yeah, I'm not.
Probably since I was a kid, and I just
Guys, oh my goodness,
couldn't
you guys
wrap
are
my head around the
both
smelt.
missing out.
Lobster, haddock made it into the 7. Because if you're in New England, your 7 fishes are dictated by your locale.
Our white
right?
fish was bacala.
No,
Yes.
That's
Right. Who knows the bacala?
that's legit.
Oh yeah.
Chrissy, you know the
So
bacala?
salty, so
No.
delicious.
You don't know?
It's a salted.
It's a salted
I've heard
cod.
the word.
Right? It's a salted cod,
It's
right?
basically, this is in order to survive, you have to salt the hell out of the cod. So the tradition carried on. But I'll tell you, if you give me 7 I have to eat, salted cod shows up around 14, 15. You know what I mean? It's not a great thing.
I don't like the salted cod.
No, that's
my
not-
dad sit there and eat the bacala all night long. Fried bacala,
not my
bacala
thing.
salad.
That's old school, though. So it's good that you got some old school stuff going on.
He was old school. He'd sit there with his scally cap on and 19 chains, chest hairs just flapping in the breeze, bell bottoms, and still in the 85.
Yeah, you're like 2 years
He's sitting
away
next
from
next to the Oscar, the fish tank. They had an Oscar. It was like 18 years old. This thing could eat a small child if it stuck its arm in the tank.
Yep.
And they had these little goldfish, and my dad would sit there and eat his bacala salad, and he'd seriously just, with one hand, he'd just take a goldfish and be like, "Hey, son," and he'd toss a goldfish in the Oscar tank, and it was part of the Oscar. He ate good during Christmas Eve too. He had the 7. They gave him 7 fishes too.
That's out there.
It was like
Wonderful memory.
Yeah, nothing like cannibalism for
gets
family
better.
fun.
We're in a 3-family. It was a triple-decker house, right, on the 3rd floor
Where's this?
in Revere.
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Of course.
In Revere, which is like, if you don't know what Revere is, that's like the Staten Island of Boston.
That's about
Right?
Yeah.
And, everyone's ripping cigarettes. They have, one window cracked like that much at one end of the living room.
Right.
And then at the other end of the house, way at the other side, there's another one. Just to get that little cross.
45 kids pulling each other's hair, banging into stuff. That's the Italian tradition.
My mother chasing me and my sister around with her high heel, trying to hit us with it or something, or the yardstick.
Yep.
I get the yardstick. That was part of my Christmas
At
memories.
one point we had, like a ping pong paddle with the ball ripped off. That was my mother's weapon of choice.
Ooh, that was nice.
During my youth.
Because it came right back and she could fire
No,
it
the
up.
ball wasn't on. It was just a wooden paddle. And I remember we got big enough that she
The little
caught it.
staple that holds the string on, she
It's
just
gone.
tore that right off.
We got to like teenager, maybe not that old, but I remember the day when she caught me and my brother with it. And it was such a flimsy little paddle that we both turned and started laughing. I think that was the end of using wooden weapons to hit your kids. For us anyway.
That's about that went out with the yardstick.
I think so.
I think
yeah.
it did.
Anyway.
But anywho, so what are some traditional dishes that the Longos make during the holiday season, or maybe either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Is either one bigger for you guys, the Eve or the day?
It doesn't really make a difference to us because we're normally working either one or both of those days. So we always just do our celebration whenever we can.
Yep.
But I don't, that's a tough one. I know, because we do like a tradition. I feel like our Christmas dinner is very similar to the Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
It's basically the same things: the turkey, the gravy, the stuffing. Yeah. We have a couple of the dishes that you guys mentioned, the bacala. We always had the calamari salad.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. So we're very Canadian Italian. We don't speak Italian, but we do love, and I don't know if you guys have this, those fried round things.
Yes.
They're
fried
like, it looks like a donut, but it's savory and it's got potato in it. It's a potato dough.
Don't know it.
Wait, no, gnocchi. Pasta? Not, you're not talking about
It sounds
gnocchi.
like a dessert thing.
Is it
No,
a
it's
bread?
not a dessert thing. It's like you'd have on the table like bread. Like it sits in like a bread basket, but it's like a fried donut. But it's like basically
savory.
it's like a pizza dough, but with potato mixed into it.
Oh my-
If
it's-
Barbecue Mama is watching right now, Barbecue Mama, tell us what they're called. We never know. We never get the name right, but we are obsessed with that.
I could eat a million of those things.
I'm trying to think. I know.
Is
what
it?
you're talking. They're not-
I don't know how to
they're
pronounce
soft,
it.
not hard,
Svincy?
right?
Svincy? Sicilian fried dough? No?
No.
But I feel like all regions in Italy, every region has its own thing. So that like the name it could be that we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
But everyone just has a different name for it.
Mike says like holy donut.
Well,
Mike C.
we do fried dough.
Fried dough.
Yeah, but not.
But I don't
no
think it's
potatoes.
like that.
Potatoes don't get involved in the donuts.
No, potatoes don't go
Not
in
at
there.
our house, anyhow.
No.
Hey, do you guys roll the smokers out for Christmas at all, or everything's indoors?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We always do a smoked turkey.
Yep.
We always do a smoked turkey. But that's what we're saying. We can't get away from the holidays without doing some major component to it.
Are you brining your turkeys?
We always brine. We always brine. Do you
No
guys brine?
inject. No inject, just brine, right? Straight up.
We're not an
No,
inject
we're not. We
type of
Not
girl.
in- You're not
the
injectors?
injector people like that divides people. The injecting part.
We feel like it's overrated.
I find myself on the line recently. I usually would brine a turkey.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, usually. And I didn't brine my turkey this year. I injected it with butter and Uncle Steve's shake.
Well done. That was a nice plug.
Wasn't that nice?
I like that one.
And I really did,
Very
though.
nice.
I used his sweet and spicy with smoke bomb,
Ooh.
mixed it in with the melted butter, and I injected it. And actually, I believe it was his idea.
Sure.
We talked about it,
Great.
and we said, "This is what I do."
Talk about
I
value
did it, and
add.
it was.
I mean,
it was
the ingredients
talk about
and
value
the
add.
recipe. That's
it was
fantastic.
delicious. It's the first time I've ever really. I'm not a huge injector. I find myself teetering on the fence lately
That's the beauty of barbecue, though. You got to try new stuff.
because I've been practicing.
true.
I've been practicing the comp flats, you know, and
yeah,
those you kind of have to inject.
So you say do you girls do competitions?
We've done a few up here, but like I said, there's not that many to go to up here. Like in Canada, competitions aren't that huge, unfortunately.
And they're definitely not like, you know how you guys are saying like you have to inject, like the competitions up here are like just come and have fun and everyone's a winner. Like
it's very Canadian in that way.
Exactly. Very polite. People end up, it's basically like a cook-off where there's like someone crowned number one, but it's like everyone's sharing food and it's
Yep.
more like
It's like a family barbecue.
That sounds great. I mean, that it does sound very Canadian.
Yeah, well,
Everyone gets a participation award.
Every trophy's
yeah.
the same for everybody. That's great.
well, they create their own competition. These girls. Have you watched some of their videos
Yes.
lately? I'll tell you something. I mean, they have been going sister to sister,
The bad.
head to head.
Yep.
You wash my car, scrub my toilet. I mean, they're going old school with this shit right now.
But who's deciding the winner if it's sister versus sister?
I think they have votes the next day.
Oh, really?
yes.
Yeah,
So the online people are voting for this?
online,
Yes.
the online people.
Big presentation points, then I suppose.
Us bots that are out there watching. We're like we're out there. They were the next day results, boom, done.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
I think it's amazing, actually.
it's a great idea. Well, I was going to say, you guys are doing something for charity for the holiday. Are you not? Oh. Yeah, I was
I've
impressed.
seen
Maybe
that
we should
actually.
talk about that.
Yeah,
'cause
you guys want to talk about that?
that's
at all?
holiday right there. A little giving back.
Yeah, we absolutely are. That is actually something that we really wanted to focus on this year because we just feel like a lot of people are so preoccupied with consumption, the buying, the presents, just
The
this
top
and that.
10 lists of like
Gift guides and all this kind of stuff that we just really wanted to focus on having people acknowledge what the holiday season is really about and put that at the forefront of everything, which is like donating to a good cause, baking cookies for someone that you think might need them.
Yeah.
And there's so many different organizations that could use that kind of thing that we just really wanted to try to promote that.
That's amazing.
It's fantastic. So can you tell everybody what the name of it is and where it's at? So that is this something other people can get involved in all over the place?
Yeah, we love people to get involved with it because it's all just basically to have fun and celebrate the spirit of the season. So it's called Maddie and Kiki's Holiday Acts of Kindness. There's 3 different acts to complete by, I think we said December 24th. So people have time. Basically, it leads right up to Christmas Eve. And the whole point is just to have fun and really experience the spirit of the season, get the kids involved maybe.
Yeah, and if you go on our Instagram page, you can see what those 3 acts are. And then if you complete all 3 of them, you get entered in to win a prize by Christmas Eve. So we're going to put something forward and recognize those people that are going to take the time to do that kind of thing, because we're really psyched about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
That is just amazing. Absolutely.
It just goes hand. I mean, barbecue always sort of gives back, finds a way to do something good for people. I love that you guys are doing that. So
You're so right, Len. We always say this, the barbecue family, the barbecue community, it's the best culinary community out there. There's something about barbecue that has like a natural, sweet, good family vibe to it somehow. I can't explain it.
It's true.
why do you think that is?
It's funny. Technically, we're competitors. We both own a barbecue catering company and live 20 minutes from each other.
Yeah.
But I feel we look at it the same way. We're not, yes, technically are, I guess you can call us competitors, but I look at us as more of alliances. I look at, we help each other.
I think so. I mean,
We're looking to grow the same purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't met too many people in barbecue that aren't that way. It's just a weird thing that everyone is just good to each other and wants to help each other out.
It's amazing. It's one of the only industries that I've felt that in. I've been in a few industries in my career as whatever.
Yeah.
Before real estate and different sales jobs, different industries, been in the radio industry, this and that. Everything seems dog.
Yeah.
But the barbecue community, it kind of just makes you feel comfortable. Especially we witnessed it at our competition at that first KCBS that we did. These guys were like, you need a spice grinder for that because your seasoning is way too thick for that steak. Because we did a practice steak. I'm like, who would tell you that?
I know.
And then
See,
lend
that's
you
so
their grinder and be like, grind your seasoning so it melts into your steak.
And you're about to go head to head with them, and
About to go head to head with
they
them.
paid real money to be there, and there's something on the line, and that's how it is. Our
They're
first comp was the same way. People come over to
100%.
us. They said, if you submit all 4 turn-ins on time, you won. And if you go around and meet as many people as you can, you won. They also warned me that it would cost me, just being there is going to end up costing me $10,000 because I'm going to get addicted.
Yep.
They were right. At least that much.
What's up, Texas Barbecue Chapter in the house? Chris Cano. What's up, Ray Sheehan? What's up, Efron?
Hey guys.
We can't see the chat, but hello to everybody watching right now.
Eric, the Gator, Radmay, Jeff Nelson. What's going on, Max? Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Claudia, how are ya? Where's your man? I just got to say this right here. Johnny Mags is busting his buns right now. That dude is working. A shout out to the host of the show. Johnny Mags. He is busting them right. He is on the street 6 o'clock every day, out by 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, he told us. He said he's nonstop 14-hour days.
Yeah, that guy needs a day off hardcore.
Yes. This is his busy season.
Yeah, he's legit Santa Claus right now. He's just delivering joy.
He's
nonstop.
Jolly fellow. He
is.
Yeah, it is. He's out there and he is busting it. So big props to Johnny Mags. Yeah. So earlier you guys heard me say something about a belly button meat hole and sausage blue balls.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
These girls kill me. If no one watches their videos, you need to just jump on the YouTube channel. By the way, 2,000 plus subscribers. Whoop, whoop. Right?
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you, Greg.
Yep. And they have fun. They really have fun. Can you explain? First of all, let me just throw this out there. What you guys might not know is one of our candidates' favorite female grill masters is a vegan.
Is that right?
That's right.
Kiki is a vegan.
No kidding. Yeah, I didn't even want to call him Canada's favorite female grill master. These guys are just some of my favorite.
They are the
people.
favorite grill masters, but
I mean,
I'm not female, as in because that's what's in their title recently, and I don't want to leave it out.
I mean, they're
It's important because they inspire the women
more
out
women
there,
to get
more
into
women to
this.
get out there. So I think it's important.
That's right, Greg. That's why it's in there.
That's why.
Very, very good point.
That's exactly why it's in there, and I feel that, and I know that. So no, it isn't like just female. It is for a reason.
It is not to exclude. It is to include and encourage.
Yes, Tracy got it. Yeah, Tracy has got it.
I'm all over it.
Yep. But no, they have been.
So
Kiki's a vegan.
Blue ball sausages. I don't know.
Okay, so why don't you explain to everyone what these sausage blue balls are? What a belly button meat hole is? Let's go with the sausage blue balls. Let's start with that. I don't believe they started out as blue balls. No.
They certainly did not.
They didn't. No.
We have a sabotager in the house.
Okay, well, I kept losing. That's the problem. So
we had to break it down for Len, if Len doesn't know. So
break it down for Len.
Let's break it down, and anyone watching. We go head to head, sister versus sister, on a particular dish on every episode. So for this particular episode, we took on sausage balls. So I had to make my version of a sausage ball, and Kiki, our vegan person on the panel, had to take on her version of sausage balls. And this was a couple episodes in, and our community was causing her to lose every single episode.
Because I think at that point, people were just hearing plant-based or vegan, and it was like an automatic no.
Losing them.
Yeah, like, no, people weren't voting for me. They weren't even giving me a chance to explain why mine were going to be fantastic. It was just like, never mind, it's vegan. I don't want it.
Yeah,
so I took matters into my own hands.
That's a real thing. I mean,
it is.
People post to the different groups, hey, I've got a vegetarian showing up to my barbecue. And first you get 100 comments about how I'm so sorry and disinvite that person. And then people start to
say disinvite them.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what happens in these groups.
You do get
like,
those
what
comments.
do I do?
Oh, we hear stuff like that all the time. And like at the beginning, it was funny, but now, to be honest, it's getting kind of annoying because there's so many people that do have dietary requirements.
Right.
Like I wasn't always vegan, but I've had to switch that because I have a really, really bad autoimmune condition. So
and there's tons of people out there that can relate to that too.
Yeah, and so many people now are like, you know what, I was like afraid to talk about it, but since you've talked about it, I'm now like exploring that more and looking to you guys for more things to be made on the barbecue, because there's not a lot of vegan like sources out there that talk about vegan, but on the barbecue, because I think so many people are focused on meat.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had to try to sabotage Maddie.
So I prepared picture perfect sausage balls using Bisquick. And Kiki took matters in her own hands, like she just said, and sabotaged me by adding disgusting blue food coloring to them.
With her fingers, she's just like,
just sabotage it.
Squirt, boop, boop, boop. Gets it a little on her scarf. Oh, no big deal. Boop, boop. She's just going around, and then she goes out and she's like, and then Maddie's like, did you put my balls in, like my sausage balls in the, she goes, yep, they're in there. And she's just sitting there with a big blue stain.
That's impressive. And you were just talking about how everyone is good to each other in barbecue, but these
guys go at it.
Cutthroat, yeah.
It's awesome.
That's impressive.
We play to win in this family.
Yeah.
Okay?
But once I started doing that, I finally started to win. And then people started giving me a chance to explain why vegan dishes are awesome. And now, after a few weeks of doing this, like it's alarming to see so many people being open-minded to different vegan dishes. Like I've been so happy to see so many people like wanting the recipe, wanting to learn about different ingredients, like
learning that certain things that we refer to as accidentally vegan, like Cool Ranch Doritos, for instance.
No, sweet chili heat.
Or sweet heat Doritos are vegan. Who would ever have thought that?
Yep.
Really?
So,
yes.
So you can crush those down and use them as breadcrumbs on stuff?
Exactly.
They're good.
Or just eat them.
Yeah, they're just good.
Just eat them in a bag. Orange fingers and all. Just
go for it.
The whole thing.
So can I ask though, 'cause, for those of us that do have vegetarians or vegans coming over to the party, top vegan barbecue dishes? Like, let's educate some folks.
My favorite thing to make on the grill is smoked tempeh. So I don't know if you guys or our viewers are familiar with what tempeh is, but it's a fermented soybean block. It's very similar to tofu, but it's a lot richer in flavor. It has like a very strong bacony flavor if put on the grill, smoked and paired with different ingredients. Like if you're going to put some ketchup and some brown sugar and mustard in there.
Great texture.
Incredible texture. And I promise every vegan loves tempeh, pretty much.
And non-vegan. Guys, I'm not, and Kiki has opened my mind to many different things too. Like, I try a lot of the foods that you make, and even though she's my competitor here, her food tastes delicious.
Tempeh. So a lot of people will do a vegetarian thing with tempeh, but they're trying to make it like meat. Do you try to make it like meat, or you're just going after your own thing? We don't have to call it vegan brisket. It's just a piece of tempeh that you're doing very different. Or do you like try to like
pass it off as
here's my version of here's my meatless hamburger, my meatless chicken wings. Which way do you?
You know what? That is a great question, and I feel like if you try to pass something off as meat, you're automatically going to have people disappointed
because they're holding it up against what they know, not giving it its own shot.
So I can't. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is people calling things something that it's not, and then you go to taste it and you're like, it's a carrot. Right. Okay, that is not a hot dog. That is not like. So if you just say it for what it is and put it into a dish and see if people actually genuinely like the flavor of it, you're way better off.
There you are.
Better off than calling it an Impossible Burger or something.
Yeah.
And it's plant-based. Just call it a plant-based.
Because as soon as you take a bite, you're saying, does it taste like a hamburger?
And you're going to automatically just say no.
Right. And these girls like, just give it its own. Like, let it do its own thing.
Yeah, like I'm going to eat a veggie patty before I eat an Impossible Burger any day of the week.
Exactly. That's very true. My first, thoughts when I think of like a vegan dish would be just maybe kind of a bland. I'm thinking in my head, maybe this can't be that good. It's going to be bland, whatever. But Kiki really makes it look delicious. Yeah. And the fact that she's grilling or smoking some of these dishes, I think just brings just a different layer and an element on top of, vegan cuisine, or what you might perceive as what type of food that would be.
Yep.
And it just looks delicious. Like you'd made ballpark biscuits with vegan hot dog, was it?
Yes, that's right. Yep, there was some vegan cheese in there. It had all
delicious.
There were some pickles and onions. It had all the flavors of a ballpark hot dog, but in like a biscuit.
The texture of that looked amazing. And then what else was it? You guys did that. So, okay, we got to talk about the meat hole, the belly button meat hole. Please tell the audience who has the belly button meat hole. What is
I'm freaked out.
A belly button meat hole.
What is going on?
I want Johnny Mags to come back here.
Chrissy is looking at us right now like, what in God's name?
I'm just like, please stop saying meat hole.
I don't have an edit button anymore.
What is happening?
Like, I have a family. I can't. The stuff you guys are talking about.
It's fantastic.
And I'm also inquisitive, so I need to know now.
Ladies, please take it away, please.
Okay, so to answer the belly button meat hole question, that was purely the title of something that we called a Pillsbury holiday wreath. Okay, so everyone's familiar with the Pillsbury, the can of their crescent rolls, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so we turned these crescent rolls into a wreath, I was taking on a sloppy Joe style of filling.
Let me preface this conversation by saying Maddie has a habit of blurting out things that are dirty completely by accident.
Like completely accidentally. Okay, so I made this into like a sloppy Joe type filling. And as I was wrapping up my wreath, so it was in the shape of a wreath, I was noticing that as I folded the biscuit,
I don't even know. I don't feel like this ends well.
Look like a belly button.
Okay.
I'm glad.
And it did. Anybody who saw the video, it looked like a belly button. Did it not?
Yes,
it did.
It did. You got to watch the belly button video.
I will.
Now, you're not a Sloppy Joe fan, apparently, right? Or anything
No, I'm not.
sloppy.
I'm a Sloppy Joe fan, but not when how it's so messy.
Okay. So
then I was folding it in. I thought the belly button looked like it could have used the extra bit of meat. So I put it in and then...
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just not touching this
okay.
one.
I'm like, where does the meat hole part? I get that now. It looks like a belly
was just
button, but where did it go
blanks.
from that to... Got it.
Filling in the blanks. She saw a void that
okay.
needed to be filled with meat. It's It's my girl.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
My homegirl right there.
Though,
It's my homegirl.
that title, absolutely disgusting. I can admit it.
You
It
roast
is.
yourself
So
then.
as soon as it came out, I was like, no.
So look for that in the recipe book. It's Maddie's holiday belly button meatball.
I had to bring it up. It's just
Great.
It had to
Great.
be in the conference. It had to be in the cards for today.
No, I want to make one now. I just wanted to know what it
And
was.
Kiki, what was your retaliation to the meat hole?
So the wreath that I made that week was a
Yep.
French onion soup inspired wreath with
Beautiful.
caramelized onions.
Beautiful.
It had a plant-based cream cheese in it. So that was the week that I won. Because I think people were like so disgusted by belly button meat hole that they were like forced to give mine a try. And then they were like, wow, that actually doesn't sound that bad.
Okay, but mine tasted delicious. Did it did not look like it would taste delicious.
No one in the family could get past the name.
Should have just put a little bit of lint in the middle of it.
I would have
too,
had
just
2
to really-
slices.
I mean, I'd try anything. And you get
I would have
that
had a bowl of the
Sorry,
the
girls.
belly button meat hole.
on the internet. A name
I
like,
wouldn't have turned it away. I
a
would
name
have
like that'll draw eyeballs.
added more cheese actually to the top. Some Parmesan
Yeah, of course. You're
makes
Italian.
everything great.
goodness.
Yeah, would have truffled that shit right up. Maybe add some
Name
mushrooms.
that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
It
it's,
really is.
yeah.
Big truffle person right here, Kiki. Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
truffle makes
And I would have to
everything.
say that's my top favorite flavor of all time.
Me
Loves
too.
it.
What did you make that had the? You were doing the pump. Did we already talk about that? Was that the? What did you make that had that truffle in it recently? It was.
It was a fettuccine face-off.
Ah,
classic
yes.
version.
Yes.
Maddie made a classic fettuccine with shrimp,
Yep.
grilled shrimp.
Yep.
And I made a truffle cashew-based sauce with grilled mushrooms.
Cashew.
So if anybody doesn't know,
Cashew-based
the vegan version of
Cashew-based
a
sauce.
cream sauce is if you soak cashews and blend them up with a bunch of different flavors. Like before I had to switch to a vegan diet, I was like, ew, this isn't going to taste
I
good.
like
How could that
cashews.
be creamy?
Yeah.
But you'd be so astounded with how creamy and delectable that is.
looked-
It's
I don't-
incredible.
The consistency looked delicious.
My sister-in-law does one.
Yeah.
I was blown away. Yep, cashews. It's
yeah.
holy cow.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so
Yep.
Like I would pick that
And the
on a menu. I
mushrooms
would
in
pick
there,
that
and
over the other
mushrooms
one.
and the truffle. And
Chrissy.
No
Yeah.
offense. No offense. I just because I know how good that stuff is.
it's just it sounds.
It
good.
was, guys. I can even admit, I'm surprised you didn't win that one because I tasted yours and it was phenomenal.
Because I think again, the thought people just unless you have a plate of it in front of you and you're able to taste it for yourself,
and when you hear cashews,
you're like,
thinking
ew,
like
it's gonna be gross.
And if you hadn't had,
I didn't know until I had it myself, and like I had to taste it to believe it.
Yeah.
You do.
yeah.
So you guys truffle snobs, like winter truffle, summer truffle, black truffle, white truffle. Are you connoisseurs
No,
of
you're
the
any truffle.
I'm any and every truffle, to be honest with you.
Truffle's good. Parmesan truffle fries, some of my favorite
yes.
go-tos with a burger, like a burger with some bacon on it and an egg with some Parmesan truffle fries.
The best. Are you guys familiar with the San Franciscan Salt Company? San Francisco.
No.
They do a black truffle salt.
Fantastic.
I just put that on everything. If I want to make truffle mac and cheese, that's the salt that I will use. Like it
That's it,
truffles
just,
everything on steak.
that sounds
Holy
good.
cow!
Have you had the
San Francisco Salt Company.
can't go wrong.
Amazon, do it.
Better write that one down.
Have you
can't
tried
go
the
wrong.
truffe, that hot sauce that's sort of infused with truffle? Truffe?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one
know.
looks so good.
Yeah,
I haven't had that
orange.
one yet.
Yeah,
It's got
that
a little,
looks good.
like a little.
What type
I
of
don't
what
know,
base is that? Is that is that supposed to be a barbecue sauce or is that
No, it's like
just
a
like
hot
a
sauce.
like a wing sauce or something?
Yes, but it has a ton of flavor. Like you put on anything.
Does it? I've heard really good things about that one,
Yeah,
but
I've
have
heard
yet
that.
to try it.
It
Great
changes.
looking
Try that.
packaging too.
Yes.
The bottle itself looks nice.
Yeah, they do a nice job, but it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You put on eggs, it changes eggs. If you're going to have that, it's going to change the profile of the food that you're eating pretty severely.
Yeah.
It's not even like complimentary. It's like now my eggs taste like truth.
Well, it's got to complement it, and I think that this fettuccine dish sounds like it would incorporate that.
Yeah.
I'd like to put that in the non-vegan version. Some in a regular
Is that allowed?
fettuccine.
I think that's allowed.
Now, have you made that a fettuccine dish like that with the truffle sauce in it, or
When you were
Maddie?
pre-vegan, you used to make all kinds of stuff with truffle.
Oh,
Yeah.
delicious!
You
That
can,
sounds
you
so
know, you can
good.
order those with a little slicer and get like a fresh truffle shipped to you. It's not cheap, but you can do that.
Just shave truffles in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I use the salt. I cheap out.
Yeah.
Tastes delicious.
Yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They're worth it, but they're pricey.
I
Well-
once I went to a restaurant. All
Dan
they
Hart.
served
What's up,
was
Dan
truffle
Hart?
dishes.
Yeah.
It was a Michelin restaurant, and they were shoving truffle in everything.
Mm-hmm.
They brought over something, and I said, "Oh, this is delicious. What is this?" And it was French, right? We were in Provence. They said pigeon, And I said, whoa, what's that? And my wife turned to me. She goes, it's a pigeon, dude. It's a pigeon.
Ooh.
Pigeon is pigeon. So
Yeah.
just know that.
Sounds kind of like it would be. Was it good? Did you eat it?
That was fantastic.
Pigeon rocks. We've had pigeon before.
Pigeon does rock.
It's
Just goes to show.
delicious.
Don't eat by the name. Just eat it and
Just
make an
eat it.
opinion. Don't form an opinion
It's a
on the
tiny
name.
bird.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Nothing. If it comes out of a smoker, there's really not much I won't eat. Or if it comes out of
I'm from Australia. We make meat pies there, and people go, "You know what's in that? It's like all lips and asshole." Well, they're the most delicious ones I've ever eaten. So thank you. Moving on.
Did you say lips and asshole? If you had lips and asshole in some white wine, butter, garlic,
I'm
olive
just saying,
oil,
or some cashew
I'd eat that.
fettuccine with truffle.
I'd eat anything out of white
I'm
wine,
eating
butter,
it.
garlic, and olive oil.
Agreed.
It's called sausage.
I bathe in that pretty much every day. Anyway, we are running out of time.
can talk
What
about
is
this one.
on the agenda for 2022 for you ladies? You got the media tour coming up. What else we got? Anything else you want to talk about? You want to make known? Anything we're
Do
doing?
we want to make anything known yet?
We have a couple secret projects in the works that we do
Okay.
not want to make known.
Okay. Well,
We're
you can
announcing their secret.
always come back here and announce it when the time is right.
Quite a
We
teaser.
would absolutely love that, you guys.
And it was amazing having you ladies back in the show. You are fantastic. You're inspirational. And we just love you guys. So thanks for coming back on 100%. Tell everyone where they can find you if they live under a rock and don't already
You
know.
can find us across everywhere at Maddie and Kiki. We like to keep it nice and simple.
And it's
Awesome.
always a pleasure talking to you guys. Land meeting you this time. We
Yes.
missed Johnny, but it was so nice to have you here with us tonight too.
Yeah, same. I think you girls are awesome. I love what you're doing. Thanks for spending some time talking to us.
100%.
Hopefully we'll get to see you guys at a competition in the future.
Oh,
yeah.
we're making that
Yeah.
happen, by the way. We are making that happen. Stick with us for a minute while we do the outro, and we'll be right back. Awesome, huh?
Yeah, what do we have to say at the outro there?
We don't have to say much. It's really pretty much going to be me.
The big line? Yeah.
Before we go, I want to give a shout out to Chef Matt, who's sitting in the audience today. He is the audience. Chef Matt dropped off some rubs that I am pumped to try. He owns the Granite State Spice Blends. Correct, Matt? And we got some awesome stuff made with love. We're going to give these a whirl. Johnny Mags, I'll split mine with you. I'm giving Len, because he made the truck out here. He's getting the whole other one. Look at this good stuff. And he's got a coffee one in there. Big fan. Big fan. Thanks,
Ooh,
Chef.
yeah.
I appreciate it, my dude. Also, most importantly, I want to give just a little shout out to the dog father. Alton, as you know, is battling cancer. He's in the hospital, and he's doing well, and he's kicking cancer's ass. So, big shout out to Alton, the dog father. Represent. We love you, my brother. We're thinking about you, and we're sending prayers
Absolutely.
from us to you guys. All right. So, on that note, catch the audio everywhere audio podcasts can be found. Catch the video on Facebook, also on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, rate, and review. All the links, Chrissy,
Are in the description below.
right down
Including like all the
below.
Maddie and Kiki's. I threw all them in there too, just in case, because, they're awesome.
100%. So check it out down there next week. Johnny Mag's still on the road. 3 hours of sleep per night. Will not be in.
A little barbecue Santa.
We'll be back with C-Mac next week.
Oh, yeah.
And the owner of Modern Butcher. Yeah,
They do nice work.
they do nice work. So that's going to be fun. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.
Keep the smoke rolling, baby.
Keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.